Yes, that's something that I try to show on the mound. I want to look fierce. I want to look confident on the mound. So I would say that is an adjective that describes who I am on the mound.
Do you feel like you have big shoes to fill coming in this year with Corey now?
Oh, for sure. I feel like the past 2 years, getting to play with them was definitely super. It was something I was able to learn from. They were two people I was able to learn from and take things and use for the next coming years in my years here. I do feel like I have big shoes to fill because they made a huge impact on this team, and they did great things at LSU. So I do want to make a name for myself, though, and I would like to become an All-American, of course, which is something that they both did.
I'm sure there's a long list of things you could have learned from them, but is there one thing maybe that stands out above the others?
Probably the biggest thing I've learned from Allie and Carly would have to be, if it was one thing, it'd have to be to compete. They were both competitors. They competed in different ways, but they were both competitors, and it definitely turned out to work for them because of how successful they were.
When you think about Carla, when she got 2 strikes on a batter, how much different do you think her demeanor and mindset was? And is that something you kind of picked from her? Because it just felt like she changed. She was a different animal out there.
Yeah, for sure. She's a competitor and she's fierce. Every time, I mean, I feel like every pitch she competed, but when she got 2 strikes, that was, like you said, one of those things. She just became a different person. Like, it was just, she became that much more competitive and that much more fierce. So I've definitely learned a lot about how to compete from her.
Just you, what did you learn in your first 2 years, pitching here, this level of softball, and, I guess what you could get away with and what you couldn't, I guess, sometimes?
I learned transitioning from travel ball and high school ball to college ball was a big transition, and I did learn a lot in my 2 years that I've been here, whether it was how to pitch, form, mechanics, technique, or even off the field, school and friends and everything like that. But it was definitely a big transition, and I think I've learned a lot in the past 2 years. What was the second part of the question?
I think you answered it. Just the transition to college ball. I guess what did you learn in terms of when you had some outings that didn't quite go well, and then last year you had some that did go your way. What you learned along the way.
I would think the biggest thing I've learned in the past 2 years was how to compete. I competed before I got here, but the level of how to compete is like way different, and definitely in the SEC. So,
what kind of transition is it for you now to go from you being nurtured along by Hoover and Jasper? I know you kind of talked about it, but then when everyone's kind of looking to you to be the leader now, it's got to be a pretty big transition.
Right. I'm excited. Like, that's something that I've always looked forward to doing. I'm excited to step up as a leader and help the other girls on the pitching staff as well. So I think it's definitely going to be different for me, but I'm super excited, and I can't wait to compete.
Go ahead, Steve.
How much have you changed as a pitcher in terms of which pitches you throw? How much command you have of them? What you've developed.
I mean, I've all around. I've developed better spin, mechanics, break points is a big thing. Before it was just, here's a drop ball. But Coach Beth definitely has taught me over the past 2 years break points and what counts to throw in. It all matters. You can't just you can't just throw something. You gotta pitch. You gotta pitch your spots. You gotta spin the ball, especially when you're competing against hitters like the ones we're competing against in the SEC.
Does this feel like a year you don't have to, I guess, necessarily lean so much on the staff? I mean, we've seen that kind of be the trend the past couple of years when you have the Wall Jasper move around. Can you rely on the offense a little bit more this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Our offense is definitely super strong this year, and we have a lot of new faces that are going to do big things for this team this year. And then we also have Amanda Sanchez, who's the Missouri transfer. So I think our lineup's going to look really good, and you guys are going to see a lot of new faces in the lineup.
Who gives you the toughest battles in the batter's box when you guys scrimmage?
Oh, Amanda Sanchez for sure. I don't know what to throw, really. She hits everything. She's a competitor for sure.
Do Defensively, what is she bringing to this team on at third base then?
Just she's an all-around just good player. Defensively, offensively, defensively she's just as good as she is hitting. She's just all around good. She brings energy and she brings competitiveness on the field. She's definitely someone I would want to be out there behind me, and I'm sure the other pitchers feel that way.
And then Surrett, she's maybe not. Is she the most talkative, kind of quiet, kind of leads by example, or how would you describe her?
She's. I feel like everyone we have behind me and defensively talks. And Amber is she's a shortstop. She's got to lead the field, so she's definitely talkative, and she makes sure everyone knows what play we got going on, where the ball should be thrown, how many outs, etc.